மிஸ்டர் கோல்ட் கடலை எண்ணெய் தான் வாங்குறேன். ஏன் தெரியுமா?
சாதாரண ஆயிலை விட சமையல் டேஸ்டாவும் இருக்கும், ஹெல்தியாவும் இருக்கும்.
அயன் சத்து தலைமுடி உதிர்தலை தடுக்கும் மிதமான சூடு பாலில் கலந்து பருகலாம். லயன் டேட் சிரப் தினமும் 2 ஸ்பூன்.
For the event here this weekend, covering of course the sport and the club division, and all of this is part of the Porsche Pyramid. A great system and a great thing that has been set up, by Porsche. The base of the Porsche Pyramid starts with Porsche's customers and motorsport driving events like their driving school and other club sports events. Next up is the One Make Series contested with the 911 GT3 Cup cars, like the Carrera Cup, Mobil 1 Super Cup, and of course the Sprint Challenges like we are watching now. And then after that, we cross over into the world of factory racing. We see the 911 RSRs and the 911 GT3s used in the World Endurance Championship. We see them in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, where of course we saw Maurice Schering winning last year, and into the IMSA Sport Car Championship. And then lastly, at the top of the pyramid is the pinnacle of Porsche racing. That's where we see the hypercar, the LMP1, those awesome machines. And it is all part of the Porsche Pyramid. Drivers starting off, climbing up through the ranks, and we have seen many drivers coming up through the Porsche Pyramid. We've already mentioned Maurice Schering. We've got Bastian Boos, who will be in the DTM this year. We're very excited about that, and one of the mega superstars. And of course, a former DTM champion, Thomas Preining, another driver who's come through the ranks of Porsche, the Porsche Pyramid. And a lot of the drivers that you are watching here this weekend and today for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe will be names that we will be talking about in years to come. And we've seen a few of them shining in the sport division, and in the club division here we will see some of the up-and-coming superstars as well. Although it has to be said, the AM category tends to favour maybe the older driver, the more gentleman driver, but it's great that we've got them here out on track, and it's Evgeny Leonov who is still the quickest at 1:44.307. So that is the first benchmark time at the moment. There's Ernst Inderbitzen. Really good to have him here. He was in the AM category for the last couple of years. He was third in the AMs overall in the opening season for Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe a couple of years ago. Last year, he was in Porsche Sports Challenge Suisse and racing for FAC Autotech. There is Dominic Bastian, and I have to say hats off to Dominic Bastian. What an amazing driver. He's from America, French born. He is indeed 79 years old. It just goes to show that you are never too old to go racing, and it is great to have Dominic Bastian here for Proton Huber competition, still mixing it with the young upstarts. We're riding on board with Philip Wills for Proton Huber competition as well in the AM category. He was second last year in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Southern Europe. He won at Estoril, and he got a 6th and a 4th the year before at Valencia. He last year was in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Benelux. He's also guested in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux as well. We're riding on board with him, a very, very rapid driver from Belgium in a team's car, Proton Huber competition. Of course, Christoph Huber, one of the bosses of that, and legend in his own lunchtime. Great to have Proton Huber competition. Of course, Christoph Huber merging very much with Proton Racing, and they have been a force to be reckoned with. And it was, of course, their driver, Larry Tenforder, who won the championship. In fact, they did a clean sweep. Proton Huber competition did a clean sweep of all the championships in Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Germany last year. They won the overall, they won the Pro-Am, they won the rookie, and they won the team championship. Really formidable team. Any driver who races for Proton Huber competition is worth their weight in gold. And we already know that Philippe Wills is very quick, and that car, distinctive yellow and black livery, will be one to keep an eye on as we ride with him. He's currently in P3. He's done a couple of personal bests on the previous lap, but no improvement at the moment. It's still Evgeny Leonov who is the quickest, the only driver into the 44s, a 1:44.307. Second, Marabi Mekbabishvili. Remember, he was quickest in testing. There's Angelo Fontana, who comes out of the pits in the Est1 racing car, driver from Venezuela. He guested in Porsche 6 Carrera Cup Germany last year at the Nürburgring. He was 5th in the FIA Motorsport Games as well in the GT single make last year, and is a regular racer. There is Evgeny Leonov currently in the pits, but he is the car that is quickest at the moment. Marabi Mekbabishvili in that second, Felipe Wills in third, and then Andre Fernandez, Javier Ripoll Jr., Angelo Fontana in sixth. Just back end of the car, just sliding. I mean, it may have been trying to generate heat, but I think that was perhaps a little bit too much sliding by his reckoning. But car number 80, he keeps it pointing in the right direction, so that's all good. See quite a few of the cars currently into the pits at the moment. We're at the halfway point of this qualifying session. To remind you, we have combined Quali 1 and Quali 2, and both running together, and it will be the quickest and second quickest times of each driver that will determine the grid positions for the races, which take place this afternoon. At the moment is Evgeny Leonov, who is the quickest, ahead of Marabi Mekbabishvili. Still quite a few cars out on track. Still, it's about, I'd say, once again, about half the cars out on track and the other half in the pits. Weather, well, it's holding out at the moment, isn't it? We haven't seen any rain at the moment, but drivers will be very aware of that. Right, we've got a yellow flag up at turn 4, so looks like somebody may have had a moment up at turn 4. Haven't seen what that is. So just looking here, and with less than 15 minutes remaining, the track has gone green again. So we had somebody having a bit of moment. There is Eric Wagner, and he is in the Enrico Fulgenzio racing car. So Eric Wagner back on his way. 14 minutes remaining of this, the qualifying session, the only qualifying session for the club division. There is Dominic Bastian in car 45. Currently, now where is he on time screens? In P16. So somewhere mid-order, which is pretty good going, on board with Javier Ripoll Jr. Car 91 for Est1 Racing once again. Looking at the timing screens, nobody setting the screens alight at the moment. But we have plenty of time to go. And of course, the track, in theory, as long as it doesn't rain, will get quicker and quicker as this event goes on, as more and more rubber is laid down. And if the temperature rises as well, then cars are able to go quicker and quicker time. So a lot of drivers want to be quite late in the session for their main push lap, with the best rubber on the car to stand the best opportunity of qualifying near the front. Only one car, though, in the 44s at the moment. 144.307, some 9.5 tenths back, is Marabi Mekbabishvili in second place. A pretty dominant performance from Evgeny Leonov at the moment, but there is still plenty to play for, with 12 3/4 minutes remaining of this session, as Lee Mole comes out of the pit lane. Another driver from Great Britain for Team Parker Racing. He made his Porsche debut last year, and he won the Porsche Carrera Cup Great Britain AM Championship with 11 wins. So we know that he is a rapid driver. So Lee Mole, who comes out of the pits in the number 56 car, currently in 8th place in the timing screens of 146.609. And clearly feels as though he has got more that he can do to improve on that. A personal best in sector 1 for Marabi Mekbabishvili on the last lap, but doesn't look like he's doing anything at the moment to challenge what is turning out to be a fairly dominant fastest time from Evgeny Leonov in the number 16 car. Marabi Mekbabishvili in P2 ahead of Philip Wills in P3. Our quickest GT4 car is Patrick Cunha, and great to have him here in the treble 8 car. Veloso Motorsport, Portuguese driver, a lot of experience in GT racing and also in TCR racing. And in 2017, he was third in TCR Iberico and TCR Portugal, and a very useful pilot, putting a lot of his experience to good use here. And he is the quickest of the GT GT4 cars. Second in the GT4s, David von Rosen, with Kaspar Hockebom in car number 8, who is third in the GT4s. Still, with Javier Ripoll Jr. Currently in 5th place. He is a 1:45.978, his best time so far. And he is back out there generating heat once again. So with a little over 10 minutes remaining of this session, expecting the track to get very busy once again. We've had a few track warning limits. One for 151 David Harrison for Fat Auto Tech. Great to have David Harrison here.
மிஸ்டர் கோல்ட் கடலை எண்ணெய் தான் வாங்குறேன். ஏன் தெரியுமா?
சாதாரண ஆயிலை விட சமையல் டேஸ்டாவும் இருக்கும், ஹெல்தியாவும் இருக்கும்.
Taste the Daily.
அயன் சத்து தலைமுடி உதிர்தலை தடுக்கும் மிதமான சூடு பாலில் கலந்து பருகலாம். லயன் டேட் சிரப் தினமும் 2 ஸ்பூன்.